I have the right to face my accuser, face the one who is bringing these allegations against me, ma'am. There is no jurisdiction without an injured party, for the record. So I would like to have to face the injured party, for the record. I object to that, ma'am. You cannot proceed without jurisdiction being provided on the record. And you being my trustee, for the record, ma'am, you have to dismiss this case as I demand.
Clip 1. Alright guys, today we're dealing with one of the most irritating sovereign citizens I've ever featured on this channel. We just posted a clip of him yesterday, and things got extremely heated between him and Judge Oakley. This guy flat out refuses to answer basic questions and comes across as both arrogant and completely clueless. Honestly, I can't tell if he's just pretending to be this dense or if he really is one of the most oblivious people out there. Let me know what you think in the comments. Is he faking it? Or is this the real deal?
And Mr. Michaud, your name for the record,
let's
sir.
dive into what might be the dumbest sovereign citizen
I am the
encounter
beneficiary
we've
of
ever
the Frank Anthony
Clip
Michaud
2.
Junior Estate,
Judge,
making a
don't you
special
get it?
appearance, not
For the
general.
100th
I
time.
appoint you as my trustee, for the record.
And Mr. Michaud, were you able to hear Mr. Sullivan indicate that he is standing by as shadow counsel?
I heard him.
Okay. This case is scheduled this morning for PCC. How are we proceeding?
I'm here challenging the jurisdiction, for the record, ma'am.
Judge, the people are prepared to set a preliminary exam in regards to this matter.
Mr. Michaud, you're able to raise that at the exam date, the allegations that these events occurred at Detroit Metro Airport, which is located in the city of Romulus. Are you ready to have the exam scheduled, sir?
I'm not here to
Mr.
have an
Michaud?
exam. Still trying to wonder why we moving forward with even having an exam, especially after not having, by the due process, even having a probable cause hearing.
It's not a problem, it's probable cause conference, sir, at which time the parties will indicate if they're ready to proceed to exam, if there's a plea or a waiver or some other resolution. So at this time, the assisting prosecuting attorney has requested that an exam be set. Are you prepared to have the exam scheduled?
No, as me here challenging the jurisdiction, for the record, I want to put on the record that once the jurisdiction is challenged, the court cannot proceed when it clearly appears that the court lacks jurisdiction. The court has no authority to reach matters, but rather should dismiss the action. That's Mello versus US, for the record.
And sir, what is it that you find, what is your allegation regarding the jurisdiction?
Well, what is the jurisdiction that the court is operating up under, ma'am? The Sixth Amendment has.
The court has already,
the right
Mr.
to
Michaud,
know
the court has already indicated that the allegation is that this event occurred at Detroit Metro Airport, which is located in the city of Romulus.
under
Are you
what
indicating
terms?
that this event that brings us here to court did not occur in the city of Romulus?
Well, I would like to know what jurisdiction is this court operating up under, so that I can properly defend myself and represent myself, for the record. So the Sixth Amendment granted me the right to know the nature and causes of these actions. So I would like to know, what jurisdiction are you operating?
Yeah, Judge, don't you get it? For the 100th time, maybe spell it out for this guy. Let him know what jurisdiction he's under, maybe give him a little hint. Like, I don't know, the fact that he's currently sitting in a county jail, which just so happens to be under the state's jurisdiction. Seriously, this guy just does not get it. Even after that heated exchange with Judge Oakley, I thought maybe, just maybe, he'd come back a little more level-headed. But nope. Here he is again, still out here acting like a complete fool. It's like he skipped every law class and picked up a book on how to be unreasonable instead. You'd think after being slapped with 30 days for contempt, he might start connecting the dots on how the legal system actually works. But what do you guys think? Does he need more time in jail? What's it gonna take to wake this guy up? At this point, I honestly can't figure out what's going on in his head. Anyway, let's dive back into this madness and see what nonsense he's up to this time.
2021, and again, that
I
the
don't
case
know.
happened at
The
Detroit
fact
Metro
that he's
Airport,
currently
which is
sitting in a
located in
county
the city of
jail,
Romulus. That is a jurisdiction within this court's parameters. So that being the case, would you like to have an exam scheduled?
No, I would like to have, under what jurisdiction are you proceeding with so I can properly defend myself?
I've said it three times already, Mr. Michaud. If you have indications or information that the event as alleged did not occur in the city of Romulus, I'll hear it at the exam date.
That's not a jurisdiction. The jurisdiction has to either be one or two. Is this common law or admiralty jurisdiction, or is, for the record, you gave me a location,
Michaud?
a jurisdiction.
Mr. Michaud, respectfully, what we'll do this morning is either schedule an exam, adjourn the PCC, or waive the exam. One of those three things.
Well, the law requires proof of jurisdiction to appear on the record of the administrative agency in all administrative proceedings. That's Higgins versus Levine. So I still would like to know under what jurisdiction, so that I can properly defend myself, not the location. I need to know what jurisdiction is this court operating up under.
Mr. Michaud,
it wouldn't be a violation of your oath of office to tell me.
Mr. Michaud, for probable cause conference, and I'm sure that you've heard this before, we're doing one of a few things. We are scheduling the exam, we are adjourning the PCC, or we're waiving the exam. How are we proceeding?
We can't proceed until jurisdiction is proven on a record, so that I can fully have an understanding of what's going on. I still don't understand what is going on without the jurisdiction being proven on the record.
What don't you understand, sir?
I don't understand what jurisdiction are you operating up under. I have the right to know. And are you denying me my right to know what jurisdiction are you operating up under? Because it is your constitutional oath to let me know what jurisdiction it is that you are operating up under. And you still have not yet given me my right.
This is the 34th District Court, Mr. Michaud.
That's not a jurisdiction. That's not a constitutional jurisdiction, ma'am. Is this common law or admiralty? Is this criminal or civil?
It's a criminal case, sir.
Okay, if this
It's a criminal case where it's alleged that you were a felon in possession of a firearm and that you carried a concealed weapon, that's count 2, and then count 3, felony firearm. Those are the allegations. I've given you the 3 counts in this matter. I've given you the date of the offense, and I've given you the location of the offense. We can do one of 3 things this morning, sir. We can adjourn the PCC, we can schedule the exam, or you may waive the exam. Which would you like to do this morning?
I want to have my rights given.
Clip 3. Yeah, Judge, don't you get it? For the 100th time, maybe spell it out for this guy. Maybe give him a little hint about the jurisdiction he's under. Like, I don't know, the fact that he's currently sitting in a county jail, which, newsflash, falls under the state's jurisdiction. I mean, seriously, this guy just does not get it. After that heated exchange with Judge Oakley, I thought maybe, just maybe, he'd come back a little more level-headed. But nope, here he is again, still doubling down on the nonsense. It's like he skipped every civics class and went straight to reading How to Be Unreasonable for Dummies. You'd think after getting slapped with 30 days for contempt, he'd start to maybe understand how the legal system works. But what do you think? Does this guy need more time in jail? What's it actually going to take to wake him up? Because at this point, I've got no clue what's going on inside that
criminal,
edifice.
where is the injured
Anyway,
party? Who have I
let's jump
injured?
back into this
I have the right to
and see what
face
kind
my
of nonsense he's
accuser,
up to this
face
time.
the one who is bringing these allegations against me, ma'am.
Mr. Michaud, if you wish to be able to defend yourself and hear witnesses against you, the court is happy to schedule the exam. Is that what you're asking this morning?
No, as I appointed you as my trustee, I demand that you dismiss these actions for no corporate select tie, no proper jurisdiction, for no proper crime, injured party.
Mr. Muhammad, your response to Mr. Michaud's request that this case be dismissed.
Judge, the people's position is we would object to dismissing this case on the basis of lack of jurisdiction. As you mentioned earlier, this crime did occur in the county of Wayne, and thus we do have jurisdiction.
There is no jurisdiction without an injured party, for the record. So I would like to face the injured party, for the record.
And Judge, my response is, then we should
Yes, sir.
Then I believe we should set this for a preliminary exam.
I object to that, ma'am. You cannot proceed without jurisdiction being provided on the record. And you being my trustee, for the record, ma'am, you have to dismiss this case as I demand, for the record.
Your request to have this matter dismissed is denied. Mr. Michaud, my question will remain the same. Would you wish the court to schedule an exam? Do you wish to waive that exam and have your case bound over to Third Circuit Court, Frank Murphy Hall of Justice? Or do you wish to adjourn the PCC? Those are your options this morning, sir. They're going to stay the same.
I would like for jurisdiction to be provided, for the record, and that if not, I demand dismissal, for the record.
This case will not be dismissed, sir. Would you like the exam scheduled? Would you like to waive the exam, or would you like to adjourn the PCC?
Again, jurisdiction, for the record. You cannot proceed without, when once jurisdiction is challenged, again, the court cannot proceed.
I really wish Judge Martin was as strict as Judge Oakley. Honestly, she's just being way too soft in my opinion. She's explained the same questions to this guy at least 10 times now, and it's getting ridiculous. At this point, she either needs to throw him in contempt again or wrap this thing up already. It's almost like she's giving him a free pass and he's loving it. He's literally playing games with her right now, and honestly, it's starting to feel like he's winning. I get that she's trying to be patient and fair, but come on, there's a limit. If this were Judge Oakley, this guy would have already been out of there with real consequences for wasting everyone's time. The law is clear, and he's blatantly ignoring it. I just wish Judge Martin would take a page out of Oakley's book, No Nonsense, Take No Crap. She'd have this guy straightened out fast. What do you guys think of Judge Martin so far? Is she being too lenient, or is she just trying to be fair? Let me know in the comments, because at some point...
And he's just ignoring it. I honestly wish she would be more strict like Judge Oakley. No nonsense, take no crap type. I mean, she'd have him straightened out in no time. What do you guys think about this judge so far? Is she being too lenient, or is she just trying to be fair? Let me know what you guys think in the comments, because at some point you just have to wonder if she's enabling this behavior, but let's dive back in.
Mr. Michaud, this is the last time that I will say this. I've indicated to you that this court is the 34th District Court, that this case is criminal in nature, and the allegations that it occurred at Detroit Metro Airport, which is located in the city of Romulus. If there's something you wish to present, you may do so at the exam. You may present your motions at the exam date. So do you want an exam? Would you like the case to be waived, or would you like to adjourn the PCC to confer with Mr. Sullivan?
No, I would like for this case to just be dismissed, because the lack of providing a proper jurisdiction would make it seem like there's some secret jurisdiction being held against me without me knowing, and I don't consent to any jurisdiction that you have presented. I reserve all my rights, for the record.
Understood. And that being the case, Mr. Sullivan, is there anything you'd like to add, sir?
Judge, I don't know what to say. I'm not sure that that I still have authority to represent Mr. Michaud. I will say that Mr. Michaud has made his arguments, a couple times, and I think that the arguments have been, or the motions have been denied. And I've explained to him that those motions, his arguments, are preserved on the record, and that he maintains the ability to appeal any denial of his motion to dismiss. He would be able to appeal that first at the circuit court level and then up to the Court of Appeals. So I've done my best to advise him of his, his rights to continue making that argument. I will also, I think the court may already be aware that Mr. Michaud is not in custody on this case. He's in custody on a contempt of court that Judge Oakley sentenced him to back at the end of January. So I don't know that there is, unlike clients that are in custody, a reason to expedite the setting of the preliminary exam. So I really, I want to defer to Mr. Michaud's stated interest, what it is that he wants to do with this case. I've given him advice, and I don't know what I can do beyond that. Again, I don't want to create any conflict in my representation.
Mr. Sullivan, the court wasn't asking you to. The court has heard Mr. Michaud's arguments. The record has been made. Your statements have been preserved, Mr. Michaud. And at this time, the court can do one of two things. We can schedule you for an exam next week. We have space available next Wednesday, the 28th. We can adjourn this matter for another PCC next Wednesday morning at 8:30, or you may waive your exam. Your response is one of those three things, please, sir.
Well, my response, I want to ask you a question. Are you honoring your oath to the Constitution today?
Yes, sir.
Okay, and I accept your oath, and upon you honor your oath.
Then, Mr. Michaud, no. I've answered your question. I've now given you your options multiple times. The court has other cases. Are we scheduling an exam for next Wednesday? Are you waiving your right to have the exam? Or would you like another PCC next Wednesday morning at 8:30 so you have time to consider your options and how you will proceed in this case?
I demand a dismissal for lack of.
I'm starting to think this guy actually wants to stay in jail. Like, genuinely, he seems more comfortable in there than anywhere else. At this point, it feels like he's doing everything he can to rack up more time behind bars. It's wild. Judge Martin has asked him the same simple question over and over, and he just flat out refuses to answer. I've honestly lost count. It's like he's purposely testing her patience, just to see how far he can push it. If anyone in the comments is keeping track, let me know how many times she's repeated herself only to get nothing in return. It's got to be a record. Someone
may do so in writing, properly filed. Again, exam, waiver, or adjourn PCC.
Another contempt charge, or
dismissal for the record. I demand that you dismiss this for not. You cannot move once jurisdiction is challenged. The court cannot proceed for the record, ma'am.
And Judge, for the record, the people would like to request a preliminary exam. There will be no plea offer. We did already have a probable cause conference in this case, so we are prepared to move forward, Judge, just for the record.
Marianne, is there space next Wednesday afternoon?
Yes, Judge, at 2:30.
I object. Court cannot proceed without jurisdiction for the record. Jurisdiction has not been provided for the record, so that I may.
Mr. Michaud, the court has responded and provided the appropriate information to you. The exam will be scheduled for next Wednesday, February 28, 2024, at 2:30 p.m. in person here in courtroom number 1. If there is a motion that you want the court to consider, the court will take it up as a preliminary part of the exam.
I object.
Anything else, Mr. Mohammed?
Nothing from the people, Judge. Thank you.
Anything else, Mr. Michaud?
I demand for a dismissal for the record. Court cannot proceed without jurisdiction being provided for the record, and yet you still continue.
Your oral motion having been heard and denied. Anything else?
Why are you denying to put the jurisdiction on the record? Why? I just want to know why. Why are you denying?
I've done that, Mr. Michaud. I've done that. I've asked you multiple times how you would like to proceed with this conference. You refuse to answer the court's question regarding how we're proceeding. The prosecution has requested an exam. The court has scheduled an exam. If there are things that you wish to take up preliminary next Wednesday, We will take it up
No,
before the
no,
exam
it's not.
starts.
I'm not prepared, do not wish to have a preliminary without me knowing how to defend myself under which jurisdiction. So it's still a violation of my rights, my due process. You're moving forward without telling me which jurisdiction so that I can properly defend myself and represent. Is civil and criminal procedures have different jurisdictions, and I need to know which one are you operating up under now. How could you
You
move
do,
forward?
Mr. Michaud. The court's answered the question multiple times. And the court deems this matter concluded. I will see you next Wednesday afternoon.
Poor guy didn't even get another contempt charge. Guess that means he can't stay in jail with his boyfriend. But seriously, I genuinely can't stand this dude. Not gonna lie, he's easily one of the most annoying sovereign citizens I've ever had to cover on this channel. The guy has zero respect for the law and just keeps dragging everything out like he's trying to prove some grand point that no one cares about. It's like he thinks he's got some hidden truth the rest of us are too blind to see. But in reality, all he's doing is wasting everyone's time and making himself look like a complete fool. If you haven't seen my video with him and Judge Oakley, it's a must-watch. I posted it just yesterday, and trust me, the way Judge Oakley handles him is priceless. Total contrast to how Judge Martin is dealing with him. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm not saying every sovereign citizen is like this. But this guy, he absolutely takes the cake. Who he is. Let me know in the comments below and buckle up, because we're diving back in. Earth who knows, and let me know what you guys think about my boyfriend theory. I think there's a very good chance he has a boyfriend in jail, so let me know what you guys think about that one too. But yeah, I really appreciate you guys watching, guys. Thank you so